Right, so I think we are ready to start the second part, the second panel of the Women of IT conference. So first on stage, will we meet a guest from Nokia Finland. She has huge experience both in technical and leadership roles, but what strikes most is her positive energy. She dreams big, and for sure she will make you dream big too. Let's welcome Komal Prasad.
Okay. Hello. Good. That's the energy I was looking for. So let's maybe get some more energy from there. Good morning. Yay. That's better. And some energy from there at the back. Jane Debray. Did I pronounce it right? I hope I did. Okay, thanks. Good. So, how are you feeling today? Good? Okay. Let's make it better, shall we? All right. But before we get started, a little about me, who I am. I'm Komal Prasad, as Magda just introduced. I am originally from Bangalore, India, and I'm based in Nokia in Espoo, Finland. I'm an engineer, an electrical and electronics engineer. I was a state rank holder, a gold medalist in the past in my college days. I've been in Nokia from the time I've been a graduate. So it was way back in 2008. And here I am, 2022, still sticking around with Nokia. So I've pretty much seen the different generations across 2.5G, which is the GPRS era, 3G, 4G, 5G, and I'm still counting for the more number of Gs that get added. Well, so what do I do at Nokia? Well, let me get started off from way back in 2008. What was I doing? I was an R&D engineer when I joined in. I was mainly into testing, functional testing to be more precise, conformance functional testing in the 3G WCDMA technology. And I worked there in Nokia mobile phones back then in 2008. It was all about Nokia connecting together the mobile phones. And for 3 years, I worked there and then shifted to the network side of Nokia. And I've been lucky that I've been able to work on cutting-edge technologies like multi-access edge computing. And today, I am in one of the biggest business groups of Nokia, Mobile Networks, RAN business unit, RAN standing for Radio Access Networks. What do I do? Well, as you can see, I have OK, this is not pointing here. Maybe here? OK. All right, so I have a variety of roles. So you might get a little confused, but I do all of them at once. I do them simultaneously. I'm a change leader. I handle change management in my organization. I lead transformation programs for our unit. I'm also a talent development program lead. As I was mentioning, our unit is a huge one, so we have a lot of talents in them. So we have over hundreds of talents in our talent program where we provide a platform to them to explore, learn, innovate, get coached, mentored, pretty much everything, get a lot of visibility, and so on. I'm also the communications lead in my business unit, wherein I support the strategic communications, the executive communications for our stakeholders. I'm a certified project management professional, a PMP. I'll talk about it a little later, what that is. I'm a certified Nokia mentor. Mentoring is something which I do out of passion. Voluntarily, I mentor Nokia employees, both male and female. I mentor students across the globe. So after the workshop, if you are looking for some mentoring as well, you can always reach out to me. I have been a people manager. What that means, I've been leading teams in different domains: software testing, software development, architecture, specification, for last 5 years. And the one topic that is most close to my heart is Strong Her. Well, this is the diversity and inclusion initiative in Nokia, a grassroots initiative where we promote equal opportunities for women employees as for our male employees. So I lead the Stronger Bangalore for over 5 years now. I've been leading it, and I'm still leading it virtually, being in Finland. And I also drive some of the activities in the Stronger ESPU Finland. So here is a platform where we give our women employees a chance or opportunities to learn, again, to innovate. We discuss topics about health, well-being, about career growth, personal development, and many, many more aspects. What do I do in my free time at leisure? Well, you can find me spending time mostly with my family. I live with my spouse and a very young, naughty child, so most of my attention goes to him in my spare time. Otherwise, you can also see me working. I am a bit of a workaholic, so not a very good example for all of you today on work-life balance. But what I believe is that I would like to integrate work and life together rather than balance them. So I prioritize work and family or other personal things based on what needs the attention the most, and I take it up. And I'm really lucky. I have a very supportive family, and my leaders as well support me with this flexibility at Nokia. And of course, I like connecting to people like you all do. You're all here. I'm here to connect. I like traveling. I like Netflixing. I like reading. These are some of the other things that I do. But enough about me. Now let's move to the big topic of the day. OK, now we have everybody, I think, almost back from the snack area too. So that's great. Women of impact. Who are they? You. It's you. So how do we be a woman of impact? If you're looking for the answer for that, bad news, I'm not going to give that. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to share some tips, some techniques which have helped me to be a woman of impact. Each of you have your own journey. I'm sure you carve out your own path, a beautiful path, where you will have your own learnings, and you can create this impact. But for now, let me share with you what I have, which has helped me to be a woman of impact. The first one, as you can see here on screen, let me tell you before I get started on the steps, this is not a one-step process. It's a continuous journey. How can you make impact? It's not going to happen in a day. It happens over time. But what is most crucial here is, at least to me, the most basic thing that you would need to be a woman of impact is to build your skills. OK, how many of you are Netflix lovers here? Wow, that's a lot of you. OK, me too. I am as well, an avid Netflix lover. Do you watch American series on Netflix? Hands up again if you're familiar. OK, because I'm going to be naming one American series, so just wanted to know. Have you heard of this American legal drama series called Suits? OK, great. So many of you would know what I'm going to talk about next. I'm going to talk about the lead character in Suits, Harvey Specter. So I hope you know, some of you at least, who knows Harvey Specter. But the rest, don't worry, I'm going to tell about who he is and why I'm talking about him. Harvey Specter is the lead character in Suits, which is like a legal drama series in Netflix. And he is portraying this role of a very successful hotshot attorney in a law firm. And yeah, he is sometimes annoyingly charming. I mean, people who know him would know that. But why I'm talking about him is he has one very favorite quote here. What he says is, there is only one place where success comes before work. There's only one place where success comes before work. And that is in the dictionary. So that's a very, very true statement. I completely relate to that. And I would say to you as well, if you want to be successful, well, who doesn't? If you want to be successful, the mantra there is to work. So to work, what you need is to build your skills. How do you build your skills? Well, At least when I started off as an R&D engineer and transferred my role now towards management and leadership, it wasn't a one day or a eureka moment for me that one day I decided that I have to be a people manager, I have to do it. It was an overtime process. The first thing to build your skills is to know what you're good at or what you want to do. First thing is reflect on yourself. Try to know what you want to really do. Answer the question, how do I see myself in the next 3 to 5 years? I'm sure all of you would have heard it or will hear it in your interviews a lot going forward. This is the most important question, or the very first question that people ask. So I try to answer that question for myself, and I answered it this way. I like connecting with people. I like helping people. I like communicating. I like doing project execution. I like converting ideas to actions. So what do? And I looked at my leaders then, and I was like, hey, that's a nice role. I think I will get to learn a lot from that, and I'll get to do what I love doing. And that's when, I think it was in my 5th year of my role as an R&D engineer, I decided that I'm going to be a people manager. After I decided, it wasn't that I became a people manager. Nobody came and gave me a platter to become a people manager. I had to proactively start building up my role, building my skills towards that. So what did I do? I went through trainings. We have the internet. We have a lot of data on the internet. I went through formal trainings for management, for leadership. And I also shared my aspirations with fellow leaders. And I got a lot of mentoring support from Nokia as well. And I think 3 years down the lane, apart from the time when I took a maternity break, and then my dream job, I got my role of a people manager. And then on, I think 5 years on, I have been a people manager. So folks, build your skills. Also focus on certifications. Why it's important? Certifications will not assure that you are qualified for a role, but it will help you to learn proven techniques and tested techniques which the whole world standardly follows. So certifications, pay attention to it. Choose your work area, find your certifications, get them, invest in them. All right, honing your communications. Pretty much all of our speakers have spoken about it. Communications, very important. Great leaders communicate, great communicators lead. This is a saying from Simon Sinek. Well, it's very, very important, folks. Please remember this. Communication is going to go a long way in your journey. So focus on that and build your communications. Don't confuse it with good English, good diction, good vocabulary. Of course, it's all of that. Having a strong presence of mind, having humor, all of it is communication. But what is most important is connecting with your audience. The one you communicate to should be able to be influenced by you, what you say and what you do. So pay attention to that. Create your brand. What is a brand? Well, Nokia in 2008, when I was a fresher, it was awarded the most trusted brand in India. 2009, again, it was awarded the most trusted brand. 2010, most trusted brand. I used to wonder, wow, how is this happening? And I realized that all around me, people were just using Nokia mobile phones. It was sturdy, it was reliable, it had a long living battery life. Why wouldn't it be the most trusted brand? Today, Nokia is the most ethical company in the organization, in the world. Again, this is all the brand value that Nokia carries. Just like Nokia, you and I also carry a brand. What is our brand? Our brand is our unique selling point, USP. Find your USP. What is USP? It is a factor that will differentiate you from the rest of the people. It is something which makes you stand out from the crowd. Find them. It can be one USP, it can be many USPs. Make them your brand. And even more, you need to sustain this brand once you've made it. Expand your network. Well, Pirat just mentioned about it. Networking is very, very important. You're already doing it. You're here today to network. But please don't just go back without talking to each other. Try to know each other. Try to talk to the speakers. Get to know them. Get on LinkedIn, as Jane was saying. LinkedIn is one of the best social media platform, folks. Please make use of it. I wasn't aware of it until 2 years back, though I would call myself a LinkedIn dummy then. A very inspiring leader of mine actually shared this about me, that go and join LinkedIn, and trust me, it's made a huge difference. Join LinkedIn, make your networks. Find your role models as well. I have a list of role models, leaders who I would like to be, and I have a list of role models, leaders or people who I don't want to be as well. So it's always good. You always learn from everybody. You know, things you want to do, things you don't want to do. Observe. You learn a lot by looking at people and observing them. Next, explore new horizons. This is my key favorite. I love taking risks. Taking risks doesn't mean I would want to go and jump in a well just to measure the depth of the water. I'm not so stupid, and I don't even know swimming, so I wouldn't take that risk. But risk-taking is about taking calculated risks. Today, I took a risk. I'm wearing these heels, which I normally don't. I thought I'll take it because I just wanted to look a little taller. But then, yeah, I took a risk. There is always a chance that you fail. There's a chance I'm going to trip and fall down there at Magda's feet, perhaps. But that's OK, because at the end, I'm going to make you laugh, at least that. So what really happens when you take risks? Either you win or you learn. This, again, I learned from one of my leaders, one of my role models. So there's nothing to lose, folks. Take calculated risks. Get out of your comfort zone. Lastly, I've been talking a lot about gaining skills, gaining communication, building brand, expanding your network, exploring new horizons. Now it's time to give back. So once you are an expert in a field, once you are a mentor, give back. Share your knowledge. It gives a lot of joy to share knowledge or whatever you know and help people around. Give back to them. And one last free tip for you. Wherever you go, whatever you do, just remember to enjoy your ride. IT world is also just similar to your college and school life, but a little more serious, of course. It's not all fun, always. But always remember that you can always make it fun wherever you go. So these are a collection of pictures with me, with my teams. I have led many teams. So wherever I go, I try to make it a part of fun, and or I just be a part of them and have fun. OK. Most importantly, as I started, you're all a woman of impact already. You are impacting a lot of things. So don't forget this and be yourself, because there is no other you. Always remember that. OK. So this was what I had from my journey. But before I move on, I have some time left. I would like to hear from all of you, maybe one learning that you took from what I just said. And I'm sure Alina and Magda have promised me that the very first one who would volunteer would get something attractive. So who's going to volunteer and share with me one learning that you will take away? Wow, we have a hand there. Could someone pass her the mic? She's a little too far. One moment, they'll get you the mic, I think. That's the spirit. Thanks.
I'm sorry, online people. So just for you to hear me, online ones, the best thing that I have learned from this presentation is to take a risk, of course, a calculated risk, and just to extend your limits, and just to make things. Because making things and just taking steps is the best way that you can handle and you can further improve yourself. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Good. Anybody else would like to volunteer? Anybody else would like to volunteer? Okay, no gifts, so nobody wants to volunteer. All right, okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Komal.